Imagine not being Leeds, not feeling this pain, not dancing through thunder, not walking through rain. Imagine not rising with fists in the air when the world turned its back and no one would care. We've lived in the ashes, we've drowned in defeat, but still we stand proud on our battered old feet. Imagine not loving with all that you are. Imagine not being Leeds.
We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
We do love you, Leeds, and Yorkshire Roses. We love you both. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's had a good weekend and Monday. Feels like a bit of a strange one to me. I had Monday off because I'm aching. The tapping king. That's me, buddy. That is me. Hey, they all count. They all count. Don't you worry about that. But yeah, I thought I'd hop on. I haven't been live very much recently on my Todd. Been a busy boy this last week, gearing up for a busy weekend. But yeah, I was always going to pop on tonight and have a little check-in with you guys, touch on Content Creators Cup, touch on Igor Paixão, Stach, Bamford, Joseph, the Man United game, scum game, shall I say, and just have a little bit of a general discussion in chat and see what everyone's saying. But let's get into it. So evening all, top banana as always. Evening, mate. Tickle those likes around, Matty. Cheers, buddy. Smash a like and subscribe. Thanks, Danny. Hope you're well. Hope you're not eating too much. We'll get onto that, mate. Yeah, I'm hurting a little bit. I'm a little bit broken. Yeah, some links will get popped in my chat from Danny as always. Please check these out as well when you get 2 minutes. Full time to talk. My other channel, Wilco White's Passion for Leeds. Marching on with Sean and Danny's channel, of course. Check that out too, please. Hey up LEFC Passion. Come on, boys. Duncan, even all. Hey up, mate. He's in. Look, Adam's in. Leeds AG. How you doing, buddy? Hey up, Rich. Yeah, mate, I am the tapping king. I am the tapping king. Hey, you've got to make that movement, haven't you? You've got to make that movement to be there. Oh, God. Not saying I'm knackered. I'm a new sleeping routine early to bed. Nah, nice one, Danny. That Leeds lad. Evening, Matty. Good to see you trying so hard. Well, I tried so hard, mate. I pulled me, I pulled a muscle, mate. Not too good. Not too good at all. Pulled my calf. I thought it was worse than a pull. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it snapped. Never had all that happen in my life. But yeah, Imagine Not Being Leeds, sign of old age. 100%, mate. Hi, Angela. Hi, everyone. Well done on your goal. Matty watched on the link. Thanks, Angela. Class that. I sat in the front of your fan base. Ryan, it was unbelievable. I think about 40 people in total. We know I've got a few kids, but that just takes piss. Nah, I took about 40 odd people. Which were just insane. All I could hear were Matt. The whole game, it was class. Quite emotional, to be fair, to play in front of two of my sons and my wife and loads of friends and family, and obviously everybody else. You know, it was an unbelievable day. One of the best days of my life, I'm not gonna lie. Danny B, my Superstar 9 told you would deliver and you did. Superstar up there. Thanks, Danny. Appreciate that, mate. Honestly, I'm just gutted I couldn't play more minutes. Absolutely gutted. Actually feeling that back end of that game, I could have got another one. You know, who knows? But yeah, try and come in maybe a little bit fitter next time, and that might not happen. What you done to your leg? So what happened was, played 30 minutes, obviously got the goal, and then came off, and the idea was I'd then come on at half time and play the next 30. So I'd play about an hour. That's what we sort of touched on before game. Me and the gaffer Dan. And I warming up. I looked at their bench, and there were a few tired faces on there, and me being big lad. Trying to prove a bit of a point. I kept going. I got told basically because I was worried about the half an hour gap, maybe 40 minutes while I was off and half time. I was worried about seizing up. Once I get going, I don't really want to stop. So I'd probably rather played an hour straight and then been done. But so I kept on moving. I was all right. I felt sound. And then as I started to walk down the tunnel, one of me studs sort of slipped just a few inch, and it just went. My left calf it felt like something popped. And from that moment, I knew I was done. I knew I was done, which I was gutted about because I genuinely felt the most likely chances you were going to get in the game were going to be that last half an hour when, you know, people were tired and obviously ended 3-2. apart from Lockie's screamer, a couple more goals came in that last few minutes, didn't they? So I was gutted that I had to come off and I couldn't help lads out. We only had 3 subs, I think, so maybe 4, and then we were down a player in me. We had a couple of no-shows as well, so it left us a bit threadbare after, for that second half. So I was gutted I couldn't help lads out, but fortunately they didn't need it. So I was buzzing. Evening, Matt, a great day yesterday. Thanks to you and all concerned for raising money. That was what it was about, Nige. We give you a competitive game of football with some challenges flying in, and it were played in the right spirit. Game of football, when you cross that line, no else matters apart from winning that game of football for me. But it were all for a great cause in prostate cancer UK, and we raised £5,000, and hopefully that's continued to rise since I heard that total yesterday. Unbelievable by Joe B. He got loads of thanks yesterday, and I will keep on thanking him every time I see him because that'll live long in memory of all those players. Because when do you ever have opportunity to run out of a stadium in front of Leeds fans and play football, coming out to strings he has been. Honestly, it's just unbelievable. Nobody's mate. Hey up, Mike. Great finish, Matty. Better than the one over the bar. Not many people have mentioned that. The bounce, Duncan. The bounce were awful. I've got to say that. The bounce, I just could not get over it. Evening, Matt. Side looking strong and stable so far. Just a couple of additions. Now up front and we're ready out. I don't think we're far off, Mr. Fahrenheit. I don't. I've seen some people saying we need 5, 6, 7. I don't think we're far off at all. I really don't. We're building a great squad. From a player's perspective, did the game go to plan and meet your expectations? Yeah, it did, Andy. Yeah, it did. The weather sort of probably made it play out a little bit differently, but I thought the standard was okay when you think we're not professional footballers, and the weather, I think it were okay. It was a competitive game. It was close, which made it better because, what we didn't really want one team to blow the one away and it become a bit of a walkover. And then, the whole other sides even and stuff like that. So we're quite happy. There were only a goal in it in the end. Albeit when we were playing, I'd rather stuffed them. But yeah, I think it was good. I seen you on miss. Yeah, honestly, mate, the bounce on it was just awful. The bounce was awful. Yeah, still laughing at Priestley going walkabout. Well, that was a challenge by Joe B. He actually got given that as a challenge. Give us some secret missions in an envelope. Some people got nothing, and Priestley actually he had to dribble down the pitch and see how far he got. And whenever he got tackled, it didn't matter how he got tackled, the game would stop and the other team would get a free kick. So a lot of people were saying, why have we got a free kick there? It was because that was part of the challenge. So he could never concede the goal, if you get what I mean. Mine was I had to go up to the commentary box during the game at some point and ask how my performance was, which were quite embarrassing. And I don't know if you remember on commentary, anyone listening, Evie did say, why are you up here? But yeah, that was it, man. Might give my mum's fella Duncan a shout out, please. Duncan, we're lovely to see you yesterday, buddy. Lovely to see you, mate. Hope you had a good day. Hope you're doing well. Your merch look class in person also. Cheers, Ryan. Yeah, I put that on for a reason. I'm glad you noticed, mate. Yeah, I had it in grey, which you don't know, just come through post the day before. So I'm buzzing with that. I was watching you and others running up and down the track thinking who's sleep. Yeah, well, that's it, innit? That's it. Yeah. Stephen Byrne, brilliant day yesterday. My answer here. Your kids and family celebrate our goals, mate. Cheers, Stephen. Yeah, well, unreal. When I scored that, the noise, the ovation I got from that section, yeah, unreal, mate. And then when I got subbed off, I got to have my moment. And even though I was disappointed, I went off injured. Dan, the manager, pulled me and says, "You had your moment. You got the goal, and you got subbed off, and you standing ovation from sections of the crowd." And yeah, honestly, I live long in memory. Class. Cheers, John. Thank you. Yeah, well, mate. Bit starstruck meeting. Yeah, it's mad. And I'm still same playing with some of them people on pitch. It was mental, man. I've met Jer already, but lining up against Jer and Joe and that is mental. Evening, Matty. Good to see you yesterday. Leeds new centre forward. Cheers, Matt. Yeah, well, man. Thank you. It was good, man. Who knows? What do you think? Do you think we're the total? I don't know, mate. I didn't think there were 500 there. I thought maybe about 300. But rain might have stopped some people coming, maybe. Well, strange seeing people who were normally sat on a screen. Most seemed smaller. Shook JT's hand. He was tiny. Yeah, tiny lad, mate. But ripped. Every time camera right, dressing room, he was strutting his stuff. He was, bless him. Hey, up, Matt. Good game. Old time footy, constant, man. Loved it. Yeah, it was class. Cheers, Herbert. Don't lie, you would have loved to. Yeah, well, I'll probably, honestly, in the moment, yeah, I'll tell you what, the part of me, though, when we 1-0 up going in, 60 minutes thinking, imagine if this ends 1-0. I know I was injured at this point. I know I won't come back on. I think if this ends 1-0, that'd be class. And then Priestley, the goalkeeper, just sat eating a kebab at other post, I think, wasn't he? Fun day yesterday, mate. Is Farke signing you up instead of Muniz? Here, mate, Mark, that is the dream. That is the dream, mate. Get me on a vigorous fitness regime, we'll see. Even mate, I hope you enjoyed yesterday. What's the latest updates on transfers? Well, we'll get into them, mate. We'll get into them, buddy. Yeah, maybe. That's class, that, Stephen. Means a lot, man. Thank you. Thank you. It was class. Yeah, all your lot in the middle at the back was loud. Good to see young win. But yeah, it was, mate. Yeah, thank you, pal. Yeah, honestly, I had so much support than I. It was so good. Yeah, that's what I heard, mate. Didn't feel like it looking up. But that's apparently we're 518 in attendance in it. But yeah, I never thought it was that much, but I'm happy with that. Yeah, Joe, classy was. Right, let's get into it. Oh, when you finish such composure, I thought I was watching Pirro. I'll be on a wide angle. Love that. Love that. Anyway, let's get into it. So, I want to touch on Man United game first, the scum game. I want to touch on that, get your thoughts in. Let me know what you think about that. Obviously, I did a video, just a pre-record the other day. Dead excited for that game. Then I saw it line up, and I was a little bit peed, I won't lie. A little bit annoyed with that. Seeing Jack Harrison on there really wasn't what I wanted to see. I'm sure a lot of fans felt the same. I've seen a lot on social media saying similar. And I know you've got to back them when they're wearing our badge. You haven't got a choice, really. I use AI, mate. I write the lyrics, but I use AI to sing them, mate. But yeah, I hope you like the songs that I do create. But yeah, the scum game. I thought we played really well. I thought when we adopted the 4-3-3 formation, I thought it worked a treat. I think you can see with the signings we've made, we're going to lean that way for me. Yeah, honestly, mate, it really was. That left side first half wasn't, for obvious reasons. But yeah, our right side was absolutely fantastic. I thought it got better. Did the left side, obviously, when Ramazani came on, but that first half, it was all about Nonto and Bogle for me. I thought they were class. Bogle for me was a man of the match all day long. I thought it was unbelievable, Bogle. And as much as I don't rate scum, maybe that's just me being a bit of a knob. You know, I think they're going to finish below Leeds. Some people will say you're having a laugh, but maybe I'm just trying to believe it into reality. I don't know. But it's a step up, obviously, from the teams we've been playing last season. And I don't think Bogle looked out of place at all. Like I say, I thought he was best player on pitch. I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong in Premier League. He was there with Sheffield United, one of their better players in one of the worst sides we've seen in Premier League. So I don't want to read too much into that. I think he looks brilliant going forward. I think he looks defensively a lot more sound. He looked great with Nonto, which is great news because we know he plays predominantly with Dan James, and we know that works. We know that, you know, that partnership works, that level works with Dan James. It was really nice to see him and Nonto look good together in case his injuries to James, in case we mix anything up and he ends up starting with Bogle, because I know Bogle and James are sound. It was not just nice to see another partnership. I'd love you tonight, yeah. I'd love you to, if you can ping us over, mate, on social media. That'd be class. We were as good as I expected us to be against scum. They were diabolical. That was it. Yeah, they were, mate. Don't get me wrong. We had to ride us luck a little bit, Ryan. There were times we had to ride us luck. You know, they hit bar a couple of times, couple of scrambles, weren't they, in front of Melly in second half. But I still think we had better chances. You know, I look at that Tanaka chance. That felt massive. That back post. I just feel, you know, all in all, we were the better side. I know they had more shots, but yet again, I don't think that determines who were the better side. Yeah, we were excellent. The 4-3-3 worked and we held our own. But yeah, Stephen, I echo that, mate. 100%. Nail it head there. It worked a treat, and Bogle were outstanding. I think Tanaka looked really good as well. That midfield three, Gruev, like, you know, I love Gruev, I'm a massive Gruev fan. He just felt like the obvious one who may get sold this season, this pre-season. You know, 5-2 don't really go, but by the looks of it, we're going to play 3, and 5-3 definitely goes. You know, you're going to need two backups if you're playing 3 midfield. Aronson, where's he fit? Maybe a bench option, maybe coming off at left. Maybe there'll be games we'll play 4-2-3-1. Really interesting now. It's really interesting to see Farke sort of move away from what we've known him for the last 2 years. And the more the more varies of play, the more different formations that he's happy with and that we can adopt and switch to mid-game, because that's my big thing with Farke, is what can he do during a game, not just starting a game, but during a game when things aren't going right. I always revert back to that midfield. I always revert back to 2 years ago playing Southampton 3 times this season, and they have 3 midfield and we couldn't go with them, and we never adapted. We just carried on playing the same 4-2-3-1 every single time, and the overrunners in midfield and the beaters every time. And I really wanted him to tweak something for that playoff final, and it didn't happen, and we didn't go up. So it's really nice to see these obvious changes now with the signings we're making, but to see it in a game and to see it actually work in a game, and then for him to make changes and it still work. I thought it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, he did, Andy. Harrison, and I don't want to give Harrison I don't want to slap Harrison up because of who he is. Just honestly, if he was my favourite player, I'd have still said how poor he played on Saturday, because it honestly was so below par. I think in the system we're going to adopt this season, or the way Farke plays in general, our wingers need to be beating the fullbacks. They need to be getting to the byline and putting crosses in. Jack Harrison isn't that player for me. You compare him to Ramazani, even non-to, but obviously Dan James. I just don't think he's direct enough. I don't think he's good enough. He's got a good first touch. He works hard. What I'll say in this game, I didn't feel like he was doing that. I feel like his all body language, his whole demeanour looked defeated, looked disinterested. I actually can't believe he got a start, and I'm sure he couldn't believe it. But they're trying to put him in shot window. If there were, it would have worked. Definitely would have worked. Try to put him in shot window, because it was so poor. If anything, it's probably knocked a couple of million quid off his price tag. Adam, I was speaking to 2 Arsenal fans Sunday, both watched the game separately, and we're very impressed by us. Good to, it's good to get like an unbiased opinion, because obviously I'm going to be well biased, and I was really, really happy with it. Facebook, Matty Foster, mate, if you can, or Instagram, Imagine Not Being Leeds. That'd be perfect if you can, mate. Yes, if Farke was hoping to attract interest for Harrison, it didn't really pay off, did it? No, it didn't. It was tripe. Breaking news, Brian, mate. Oh, that's really sad, Colin. Really sad, mate. Mate, praying Paixão still happens. Yeah, let's hope so. Got a glimmer of hope. If it doesn't happen next 24 hours, we need to move on, mate. Ashley up, mate. We kept the ball well Saturday, I thought. Good first half, and obviously when changes at the end, we was going to get bombarded. Yeah, that would it, wasn't it, when they brought kids on. Sam Chambers up against that Gorku, that would a mismatch. I'd have been gutted to concede a late one. We're bringing all them kids on. I know he needs to get minutes in legs for everybody. I thought that was a bit of a mad one. But yeah, it was good to get them vital minutes for young lads, but still come away with a draw. Albeit, does it matter if we'd have conceded? For me, it would. For me, the fans going over there, it would have done. So it was nice that we sort of weathered that storm. But we definitely were hanging on at times, and it would have flattered them if they'd have got that 1-0 win. Yeah. I liked it when Pirro dropped a little bit deeper as well in that game again. He's gone from, for me, not looking like he could play that role 2 years ago to looking quite comfortable, a little bit deeper in a 10 role or an advanced midfield role. I think he does suit it to a degree. I don't think he'll be able to do it in Prem. I want him in that box if he's going to play him as at 9. But at times, when he's sort of in his groove, he was getting ball, he was running, he was looking for Ramazani, he was linking up well. Has Bamford been the only player singled out by Farke publicly for leaving, or have others been given the same? Not sure. This season, he's publicly had to go a few people, hasn't he? I can't see Grove leaving, especially as he said he's 100% committed. Can't see him getting a better deal than he has at Leeds. You know what it is? I think first season in Premier League going up as well, I think he'll back himself being one of Farke's favourites, which I'd say he is. He's definitely one of the first players Farke thinks about when it comes to that midfield. We've seen him play that many games for him already. There's been times where you don't see a place for Grove, yet he still gets picked, and it's been warranted. He's been a great player for Leeds his last 2 seasons. He's been phenomenal for us. Just dead steady. He's like a midfield version of Sam Byram. You just know what you're going to get. He's running at 7 out of 10 all the time. I was not too sure he can make a step up to Prem. Has it changed my view in this friendly? Potentially. I think he played really well. Played bulk at minutes as well. I always go back to this with Farke. Farke has to trust you to play you. He has to really, really trust you. And he trusts Ilya Gruev. Massive trust put in him. He's played loads of minutes and he's never really let us down. So I think if we were to adopt a 2 in midfield, I would assume he'd have to go, because I think being 5th choice in the 2 positions, he'd know he ain't going to get game time. I think the fact that we're going to adopt a 3 in midfield by the looks of it, he will ride it out. He'll give it a go because this could be his only ever crack at Premier League football. So I agree that I think he'll give it a go. He's 100% committed. He's that kind of person, you know what I mean? And he ain't flashy. He just gets on with his game. Yeah, and I like that. I like that. Side before self kind of players, Gruev, every day of the week. Me too, Nige. We've spoke about a lot on this channel, haven't we? About the free transfers that were available. I'd have had Kyle Walker-Peters every day of the week. He's got a West Ham. It's a great free signing from Nige. You can't deny that. He'd have been great cover for Bogle, and he gives you a little bit of cover on the left-hand side as well because he can play there. Hey, but Farke loves Gruev. He's going nowhere. We need a squad, not an 11, 100%. Gruev goes about his business without the fanfare love. How he steps into the centre-back when Roden goes on. Yeah, he's just so unselfish. I say side before self every single day of the week, Stephen. He's just one of those unassuming players who just gets on with his business. And like I say, it comes down to trust. He will get minutes. He will get minutes this season. And I think he'll get enough to be happy with him, to be fair. And I think that showed in this friendly. Smash a like for Matt. Yeah, please smash a like. Please subscribe. 123 you're watching. That's brilliant. Thanks so much. Please like. Would mean a lot. Mark Jones, hey up, mate. Hey up, Viduka. Hope you're okay after yesterday, lad. He was like one of the athletic tanks up front. It didn't help that Joe Blackburn, right? I'm an XL in tops, but with football shirts, you never know. I get some. I order them quite a lot, like mystery shirts, and they come on the dead tight sometimes. Blaming shirts rather than just blaming me being a fat get. But yeah, I asked him to get me a double XL. Just so I thought I'll have it baggy. He ordered me an XL, and it came. It was a lot more tighter than what I wanted it to be. But I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I reckon Stach is the best player a promoted club has bought for several years. Yeah. He's right up there, mate. He's right up there. Everything I've read and seen about Anton Stach just looks levels above what you should probably have going into a Premier League season as a newly promoted side. I don't see any world where he's not in that Germany squad, you know, for World Cup. I really don't. I think he's going to be a standout for us this season. I really do. I think he's going to be an absolute standout. I really didn't think we'd get him, you know. I've been confident, obviously, the last few days or whatever. But, you know, go back a week, I really didn't think we'd get that one done. I just didn't see it. And I think for 17.8 million quid, I think it is, 20 million euros. I think plus add-ons maybe. I think it's an absolute snip for the kind of player we're getting. He's just a destroyer, but someone who can actually play as well, you know. He's not just your meat and potatoes. He can play when he's got the ball, progressive as well. And his duels and his interceptions, just everything you want from that midfield spot. We're going to be so hard to beat for me. We saw that in this friendly, Adam. We looked so, and I know they weren't at full strength. It's you know, you're sort of trialing stuff and seeing how things go, but you can just see from the players we had in that lineup, tough to beat, really, really tough to beat. You know, don't leave much space in that midfield, swamp them. Nemecha up front, I loved him as well, by the way. Absolutely loved what I saw from Nemecha. Not flashy, but some really nice touches, really strong, physical. Yeah, I'm happy, mate. I am happy. Ashley, who's your free midfield, Matty? Obviously, we signed Longstaff and Stach, and they're not going to sit on the bench. So who's your free? You reckon we get a nod for Skim this season? It's a toughie. It's a proper toughie. Because I really can't call it. But I like these problems. These are good problems to have. We shouldn't be able to name the best players or the ones we think should play. Farke, he should have a headache for me in every position. As a Leeds United manager in Premier League, we need him to have these headaches. If it's too easy, then we haven't got a squad. We need a squad. I wonder if we'd be all being injured. Pascal players, obviously, I would say. Is there a world where to make his decision a little bit easier and keep his captain on, Ampadu starts at centre half with 3 in midfield and leave Gruev on bench and have Longstaff, Stach, Tanaka? That's just thinking outside the box. I don't think that will happen. But is that a possibility? I personally think Strauch will start with being left side. And I think he'll go with who he trusts. And that will be Ampadu and Tanaka and one other. And I think he might go Longstaff with being at home, you know, Stach on bench for first game. It sounds wild, doesn't it? It's so hard to call, I don't know. It sounds daft when I say it out loud, actually. I honestly could not tell you. Longstaff on bench, because he's used to sitting on bench. So difficult, but I think he'll try and stick to who he trusts to start with. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Tanaka, Ampadu and one. But yeah, maybe that third shirt up for whoever impresses in pre-season. What I would say is I don't think it'll be Gruev. Don't think it'll be Gruev first game. Hey, my, how goes it? I'm good, David. Oliver, how are you, buddy? A little bit sore, but I'm all right, mate. Evening, Matty, lad. Well done yesterday. Cheers, my mate. Thank you very much, Eddie, man. Class. Looking smart in that club. It's nice, isn't it? Farke isn't interested in putting Harrison in the shop window. I've said all summer Harrison will be in the squad against Everton. He's a good player, good squad player. He offers something different. He offers something different. 100%. He'd be his only left-footed winger. I don't think I can't agree with a good squad option because I don't think he should touch grass for us. I don't think he's good enough. He's good enough for maybe a low-end Premier League side, which is that what we're going to be. Yeah, I'm contradicting myself maybe. It's hard because I just don't like the guy. But I didn't like Nonto. I didn't like Aronson. I didn't like Vober. It's a toughie. But when they came back and had a chance, they sort of shone, didn't they? Or a couple of them did. I don't know. I'm proper torn. I'm torn on a few of these bits, but I'm not too sure it's a good option for us. Honestly, I really do. I want better. You know, for me, having Harrison as a squad option makes us weaker than last season on that side. Because we're not going to sign. I don't think we're going to sign another like a Paixão and have Harrison as a squad option. It just seems, you know, when you're looking at Solomon down to Harrison or a Paixão link with him, and then maybe ending it with Harrison. It's just, yeah, it's not good. But I still think we'll have enough to stay up anyway. I'm liking his business. I'm liking how we look. It's got a bit on the radar, but Pinto played so much better in the last few games. Yeah, he did, mate. He did. After he had that bit of a drought, you know, he's always going to be down to him getting goals. And if you don't get goals, what's going on? And for me, he was still playing well in them games. He was still having chances. He just, you know, missed a few. But I think he's hit a bit of form me for Leeds, and I think he'll take it into the season. I think he'll be another one that surprises a few. Farke had words with Pinto when he came off. Something displeased him. Ooh, I didn't see that, mate. I didn't see that. Ethan, in the first half, our right side was brilliant, but in the second half, our left side was great. But yeah, 100%, mate. I agree. I think Goodmanson played really well. Really, really well. He was really positive. I really liked him. We need to get attacking players through the door by the end of the weekend just to get time to gel our squad in our patterns of play. Yeah, I think they'll come. I aren't rushing to them. We've still got a long time. I think we brought in, 5 players? Stack to come in. What I don't want, actually, I just don't want to spend too long on this Paixão deal. I don't like how we're sort of hanging around a player that may come to us, you know, over Marseille. It's Marseille, you know. Yeah, I'm not too sure. He's currently he's injured. He's currently got a knock as well, which will that put us off? Don't sound like it is. 2 clubs vying for his signature. We know the talent Paixão's got. He's an absolute baller. We've by all accounts, we've offered him that sort of pathway. What Rafinha had, we know that's possible at Leeds United with the whole stepping stone sort of vibe, which I don't like saying. But if he is a world class baller in the waiting, is that a method Leeds will use? I think it is a pathway they'll look at and they'll offer, and he'll know that, being Brazilian too. Maybe he's spoken to Rafinha. Maybe that'll come. I do like the profile. I do. I think he'll be absolute top draw for us. He's blockbuster, but we can't spend too long on him. We can't. Really can't. Our new additions are all well physical and capable and give us a serious core stability. Going to be hard to play against. All that's it. The harder you are to beat, the more points you're going to pick up. Simple. If you can't win, don't lose. And I think we're going to have that. We're going to have that base this season to go on and do that on many occasions, David. So it's something I think they've looked at Southampton, you know. And they sort of mentioned it at certain parts of the season. They were lacking that physical edge. They came up and they played the same style, playing out from the back, and it murdered them. And by the looks of it, Farke seems to have learned. The 49ers have looked at it as a club. They've obviously looked at, you know, we're the best side in the division. We had the best players. We played the way we wanted to play. We dictated games at our tempo. Everything went on our terms. It ain't going to be that next season. And they've addressed the main areas. Physicality. Set pieces. I'd say all we need now is somebody who's going to be a killer on set pieces to deliver the ball to these giants we've signed. It's looking promising. It's looking promising. I agree. But I aren't certain it'll happen. It would hard watching him in a friendly. It'd be even harder watching him in Premier League. But yeah. I'm more worried about whether Ampadu can cut it in the Prem, to be honest. If he can't, though, BMG, they've got enough cover, haven't they? They've got 5 in there at a minute. So I won't be too worried. You know, you look at Stach, if Ampadu can't cut it, would you be happy with Stach, Tanaka and Longstaff? I'm sure you would. And Ampadu's cover. That might even happen. As a captain, I think it's his shirt to lose. I'll say that. A lot of people question Ampadu. Thing is, captain, leader, can play multiple positions and playing well. We know his partner's rode on well in the Prem. He wouldn't like it, but he's an option. I think a lot of people write him off, and I think he'll prove a lot of people wrong, but we'll see. No, it doesn't like it's dead in the water, mate. It looks like Marseille are waiting for a couple of outgoings to try and get the money up front, to pay what they want up front. The personal terms are agreed, which means Leeds will be able to make that deal too pretty easy, I would imagine. Just whether Marseille can stump up the cash or not. And if they can't, Leeds are sort of apparently still sat waiting to maybe jump in. And I just don't like being second fiddle, to be fair. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. If Marseille can't match it, maybe we'll be there to clean up. Metri is a young Lukaku, a bulldozer. He looks very good for me. Very good. Harrison offers nothing. Can't score, can't assist. We need rid. Is that? Yeah, they are, mate. They really are. Looking cool, Matt. Is it with the ice bath last yesterday? Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, I've had an ice pack on my leg for the last 24 hours, Steve. Sorry, it's not Steve, is it? Wise forever. Yeah, I've had an ice pack on my leg for about 24 hours now, on and off anyway. A bit of DP as well. Had today off work, but I'm back in tomorrow on my own on a building site, hobbling about, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Mark, I've been thinking that because he used it last season, didn't he? Well, last pre-season, and didn't adopt it. I think he looked at it as a different option, obviously. Probably realised we didn't really need to play. We didn't really have to change much. As 100 points suggested, we were fairly dominant. No, we had a couple of spells where things weren't going his way, but I ain't too sure a 4-3-3 would have changed it. I just feel like sometimes you drop out of a bit of form, don't you, with injuries and stuff. But I think he tried it just to see if needed, because obviously there were certain times a year before it was needed. But yeah, like I say, I think this season we will definitely see it used more in pre-season. I think he'll take it into at least a lot of games, whether it's every game or not. Maybe there'll be some home games against maybe an Everton or other sides at home where he might just say, sorry, we'll play 4-2-3-1, we'll play how we want to play. Maybe that'll happen. But I think he's definitely going to play the 4-3-3 in the tougher games where we may get over in midfield. And that midfield for me has legs, it has strength, it has power, it has experience in there too with international players and Prem experience and long stuff. So I'm dead excited for it. I'm dead excited for it. Yeah. Yeah, me too, mate. I thought it was sound. I thought it looked really, really comfortable. No, I don't, Mark. Not. I think it'll be big money to go sign a 10. I think, you know what Farke's like. He's still got Aronson. I don't think you need 2 10s in there if you're going to play 4-3-3 most weeks. So he's got a 10. He's got Aronson. I don't want him to play a 10, but he's got him. This whole argument I had all last season, Nonto could fill in at 10. You know, Ramazani could fill in at 10. 100% they could play at 10 if he wanted to change it up. Pino can drop into 10. And Metcha can play behind a striker. So I don't think they need to go spend, say, big money on a 10 if they're going to play with 4-3-3 quite regular. But I wouldn't say no to more options, obviously. But if I'm honest, I aren't too sure. I think they need cover at fullback. I know Byram's one of my favourite players too, but can he really be cover for both sides all season? One injury imagine Bogle been out for 8 weeks and you've got Sam Byram playing back-to-back games in Prem for 8. It's a lot to ask. I think they need fullback cover. Midfield's done. They need a left winger and they need a striker. So I'm really looking at our goalkeeper. I'm looking at 4 more, 3 more at least, 4 including cover at fullback, unless they're going to play Schmidt there. If Isaac Schmidt is fullback cover, which he may well be, then they just need 3 goalkeeper, left wing, striker. I don't think they need a 10, but like I say, I won't mind if they do, mate. It'd be great to have those options. We've easily got a top 10 rank midfield. I would say so. I would say it's right up there, mate. I would say it's right up there. No worries, Sean. Have a good one, mate. Thanks for watching, buddy. Yeah, I agree. Hey, Richard, good build up for the first goal yesterday. Nobody followed in when you made the run for your tap in. The keeper's no way. Cheers. Obviously, it was just such a simple goal, but I'm taking that movement for a big guy. I'm taking that movement. I've seen him get played through by Lockie, and I were on my bike and I just left Paul Leeds Therapy just stood there with his arms up, saying he's offside. He was about 6 meters onside. So yeah, I'll take that. Watching this game, Roel Bogle will be given the importance in defence, build up an attack. He's got a shot at the England World Cup squad. I think whoa, mic drop. Ayling were in talks, wasn't he? We heard Ayling wasn't far off an England call up on the Southgate all those years ago. Yeah, wild, mate. I'll leave you with that one. But I think he's top draw. I think he's really, really good. Really, really good. So we'll have to see. But that sounds wild, mate. Just reading that, I'm like, just give me a minute processes, buddy. But love it. The Callum Wilson talks is resurfacing. I can't see a personally wrong profile talk. Nah, they won't go with him. They've got a Metcher. For me, they've took a gamble on a Metcher with his injury record last season. He's an international. That sort of signing's a better signing than a Wilson for me because he's younger. But I think they were that signing for like a third choice sort of striker, someone who's going to take that Bamford role, someone who's experienced, has got a bit of physical prowess, maybe a bit of a gamble on injury stuff, free transfer, low fee, whatever. And that is gone with him now. I think it's Rodrigo Muniz or another. This will be the main signing, the star attraction at Ellen Road, I think. So I don't see it being Wilson. I can't see him signing Metcher and Wilson and that. There's just no way for me. Ampadu and Rodon at centre back, Longstaff, Stag and Tackling said, yeah, Ryan potentially, because he trusts Ampadu, doesn't he? And that then, allows him not to make too many crazy decisions in midfield, I suppose. But be interesting to see. Can't find my favourite. Matty Foster. I'm under Matty Foster. I know you probably know that. You've been searching that night. Oh, man. X. Imagine Not Being Leeds and X. Try that. Imagine Not Being Leeds. Is a shirt slim fit or regular fit? Regular fit? I've got like a 5XL. Not really. Regular fit's just nicest, mate. It's just a nice fit. Yeah, there were. There he is, mate. Steve, Mr. Whitesnake. Yeah, there were, mate. Very good signs. Very, very good signs. I'd be very worried if I were a Scum fan. 100%. I think we were the better side. 100%. Albeit they had more shots and there were a few nervy moments in there, Steve, as we'd all agree. But I thought we played fantastic. I agree, Matt Harrison is old Leeds, but this is Leeds away with Jack and the Dross. Yeah, I agree, man. I'd love to see him gone. Yeah, honestly, I'd just take him for whatever now, just get rid of him. 5 million, let him go. Thing is, for me, he's always been a confidence player, Jack Harrison. How was he going to gain any confidence when he get booed for the first time over many games? You know what I mean? He's going to have to play against Everton and score an hat-trick, innit? He's probably still going to get booed next game against away at Arsenal. So, confidence player, the fans on your back. I just don't see how he gets himself out of that hole. I really don't. No. I agree. Hey, Wayne, it really nice to meet you and your family yesterday, mate. Your kids are lovely. Really nice to see his missus. Thanks for coming along for a great cause, buddy. Much appreciated. I think a 10 is a no-go now because in the Prem, not many teams play with it. I agree. I think you play with three midfield and one of those can be a bit more advanced. For me, Tanaki could be that. Longstaff can push up a bit. I just don't think it's needed. I think you need more. You need a more physical in midfield. I don't think you get away with. I don't think Leeds United in Premier League. Adam says it a lot later at Leeds as well. I don't think you get away with having a luxury 10. I just don't. I think those days are gone. I think if we talk about a Buendia and a hit, all that talk early on. I just don't see how Leeds United can be physical enough with two in midfield and a 10 who's a flair player, someone who's attractive and I love that. That's my ideal footballer, Pablo Hernandez. I love to see someone get the ball, create some out of nothing, a bit like Lockie did yesterday with that through ball to JT for pre-assist. I love that. I just don't think that's what's needed for us to stay up. I really don't. I think we get Muniz. I really do. I don't think we get Paixão. So I don't know. Maybe Solomon becomes available at window and we go for him. I'd be really happy, David, with Ramazani starting up left. He's my favourite player. Him and Byron, like I always say on this channel. Ramazani, I love him. And I'd love him to start against Everton and prove people wrong because I think if he starts against Everton, he gets a goal against Everton first game of the season. He's a proper live wire. So even if a Solomon came in and people might think, it's a bit underwhelming compared to a Paixão or other players maybe, I'm happy with Ramazani starting in Prem. So, yeah, we'll see. But I really want Rodrigo Muniz. I've done a lot of looking and reading up about him based on the fact we're heavily linked with him. I hope that don't go away. I hope Everton can bring someone in and that allows us to get him. Maybe Joseph leaving Leeds, I've seen, maybe frees up a little bit of money to get that deal over the line. I just hope, he's not too valuable to Fulham where they won't let him go. It's time to have a knuckle down and start working the team. There was a player there, but on Saturday, yeah, there has been a player there before. I'm just not too sure. I agree with that, mate. I don't know. He has to knuckle down if he's staying. Of course, he has to knuckle down. He's gonna have to work wonders to get in that side, really, and work wonders to win us over. But it can happen. It can happen. Yeah, he will want to straight into action and straight looking after kids. Bornau, Man Mountain, wasn't he? Absolute Man Mountain. Oh, you're on about Biol? I thought both of them look good. Yeah, I'm hoping Muniz does. I don't think Paixão will happen, mate. I think he'll go Marseille. There's too much water passed on that bridge, but we're still in with a shout, apparently. So while there's still hope, 100% win. I think that's where we go. I think that's the way we go. And that's it. Like I say, we sat waiting, aren't we? If they can't make it, then maybe we can, but I don't really like that. Him can play the 10 role and play out wide, all going quiet on him. And yeah, last I heard he was going to PSV. I don't know if that's fallen through or if that's a goer, but I don't think we go for him anywhere. And I wouldn't want Hamer on left-hand side for us. Not the way we play. I don't think he'd be good enough on the wing for a Daniel Farke Leeds United side in Prem. I really don't. We can be a Newcastle or a Fulham or a Forest. We can be a Leeds United doing bloody brilliant stuff. That's what we can be. I think we'll do all right this season. I think we'll do all right. Darren, it was absolutely class seeing you yesterday, mate. We're absolutely class. The whole day was just a privilege to be part of. Honestly, an absolute privilege. We're so lucky in this space doing content for Leeds United that we've all got the support we've got, and we've all got each other as well to push each other on and help each other out. And great group, fantastic, mate. And Dublin's coming up, mate. I'm hoping you've still got that bed ready for me. Harrison is a bad apple. Farke won't stand for that. Yeah, no, he won't stand for that, mate. Yeah, let's hope you're right. Let's hope he just gets shipped straight out, mate. But I'm not too sure he'll come in with a bad attitude in training. I think he'll do all right. But his attitude on the pitch on Saturday, one for me. Yeah, definitely top banana. No, that's right. I agree, mate, with Paixão. If there's a chance signing him, then just go full on and get a deal done. Because time, yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. Can't be waiting around. We had a spell, didn't we, where things seem to be going a bit south and things have gone a bit quiet. But all in all, we've done pretty well with his business, getting stuff done early, which means it's giving us a chance to make a side Prem ready in these friendlies, getting everyone minutes, cohesion together, can try different things. The quicker we bring that left winger in, the better. Don't spend all this time on Paixão, he's as good as he is. If he wants Marseille or Marseille want him, let that be and go for other targets. He was one of 7 we were looking at. One of 7. That creators match looked good. The goals were good, especially the winner. Yeah, 100%. Sanchez Payne class. What a guy. I'll be honest with you, this isn't even digging him out. Like, they got a penalty. I think it was a pen, fair enough. And our keeper, Dicko, just came out for that Simon Johnson goal and just give him an easy tapping, really, round keeper. Made it easy for him. So I thought their goals were fortunate. A little flick on for that one as well by Wilco White gets the assist, but something to note, really. Our first goal yet was a tapping by me, but it was well worked. What a movement, what a great bit of play. Lloyd wins it on left, passes it into Sanchez, out to Lockie, through to JT, and then I'm there to smash it in like any good striker should do. And then 2 goals, Lockie. I don't know why Priestley's eating a kebab on 60 odd minutes, but he was sat at his post, and then obviously Sanchez Payne brings the pain with arguably goal at game 2. So great standard of goals from our lot. It was class. I love you, pal. Cheers, Callum, mate. Love you too, buddy. He's not dead yet. Yeah, he could easily play behind the main striker, Metcha. He's going to win so many. There's going to win so many headers, so many knockdowns for whoever's played around him. I think he's 152 in the house. Yeah, thanks, Jamie. Hope you're well, mate. Please smash a like and please subscribe if you're new here. this is probably most I've ever had on here, so I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. The scene is booming. I think everyone's excited. We're getting closer to the Everton game and the signings and all that. It's just a really positive space at the minute is Leeds United content. So yeah, thanks so much for being here. Byron can't do right back. I think he can do right back and left back pretty well, David. Prem level, that's the issue, innit? He can do right back as good as left back for me, mate. I think he's good at both sides. I just don't know about Prem. But whenever people doubt Byron, what does he do? He goes like that, and he proves you wrong. So I don't know. We'll have to see, mate. I'm right with you, though, mate. I don't want to ever have a situation, mate, where Bo goes out and we're having to play Byron at right back. I don't want that to happen. I really don't. I want him to be there for cup games, the homegrown quota, and emergency circumstances only. I hope we're a bit smarter than that. But for all I know, Isaac Schmidt's there, you know. Story is, if Marseille pay what they're asking for Feyenoord, he goes Marseille. If they can't get the deal done pretty sharpish, they'll look for another move for him, and Leeds are probably second waiting there, mate. There's something in Joseph not wanting to play after the Euro 21 tournament, and yet not straight back in, playing. Joseph's always, since he's been at Leeds, he's always been, you know, I've seen videos of him training pre-season, getting ready physical. I remember last season he came back a bit like Bamford. He always put size on. He's been working on himself. He's looking good. And he knew he was coming in hot form after pre-season. He was fighting for that 9 shirt. It's like now he knows he's way down pecking order. 3rd, 4th, 5th choice. Not wanted. Is he wanted? He probably wants to move back to Spain. Probably wants to move to Betis. Maybe he's thinking it might not happen. Maybe he's spat his tummy out. I don't know. I'm hoping that's not the case. But I do believe that shirt behind me will be having to get tucked down in next week or two. I just don't see him staying at Leeds. What I would say is, as much as I agree on the principle of loan him out, he's got talent, maybe he'll come good. I'm sick of loaning players out. I'm sick of it. I want, if it's 12 million quid, 10, 11, 12 million, I just think sell him. Try and put a bit of I don't even mind a lower fee, slightly lower fee with a higher sell-on percentage. It's not my money. I'm not asked what they do, really. They're no better than me, obviously, but I don't like loaning players out. Just constant loan. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of that L fucking word. Every single season we're doing it, we've helped Betis out enough. You know, Firp on a free. They've got Mark Rocker offers for Nafal, for loan after loan. Lorente. Let him actually put their hand in the pocket. If you want Joseph, he's 12 million quid, whatever it is, give us money and we'll move on and we'll draw a line under it. If he ends up being a world beater, he ends up being a world beater. I'm still expecting Charlie Cresswell to go on and be a world beater, and then that'll piss me off. So these things happen in football, but pay the money or sod off and pay for someone else. For me, I don't want the whole loan thing. Not going for the 10, definitely going. Yeah, 100%, Stephen. What needs to happen? We need to adapt every game. Yeah, I agree. I think that's just evident in it with signings. We've all said it, and it was nice to see it in that game against Scum. But yeah. He is going the route we think. Physical, 4-3-3, hard to beat, hard workers in midfield, physical element to us, try and catch people on break. What we're going to have to be is clinical in front of goal, obviously. Smash that like, people. Cheers, Duncan. Yeah, please smash a like on, please subscribe. Thanks so much. Don't want to sound bad, but Aronson not strong enough for Premier League. Hopefully. No, Michael, he's not, mate. He's not. Totally agree. But Farke, we'll see him as an option. Do we need to sign a 10? No, because I think we're going to adopt 4-3-3. If there's a game where it suits us to play 4-2-3-1, maybe Farke will play him. Maybe. But yeah, he ain't strong enough. He ain't strong enough for me either. Ethan, apparently we got a friendly tomorrow. We'll get to see the 4-3-3 works. Yeah, but I don't. It's behind closed doors. Will there be any footage? I'm not too sure there will be. I'm not sure. If there is, you know, you never know where Leeds there. Someone in Bush. Someone will have found it. Probably, John. Bogle is a class right back, says David. And I said this England quality. That's 2 people that's mentioned Bogle in England in the same sentence. Wow. Yeah, I just don't see that, mate. I just don't. Just because of the Metcha. I think one more striker comes in. He's a top draw player. So I won't rule out Solomon, mate. I will not rule out Solomon. Yeah, please stick a like on. Thank you. I think that one's gone, that David. Cheers, Jammy. Did, mate. Powell. Hey up, mate. Greetings to all construction workers. I also work on site. Come on, Leeds. Oh, it's grueling as well, isn't it? Especially when I'm limping around with a bad calf tomorrow. Thanks so much, mate. Yeah, he's a pointless signing. It ain't going to happen, mate. It ain't going to happen for me. Loads of chat tonight. Class this. Are you going to the AC Milan game? Loads of Irish Leeds fans. I am, mate. I am going. Really lucky. Darren and Dillo Darren from All Leeds Bros has given me a bed for the Saturday night. So I'm going with the missus on Friday, dinner time or afternoon. Staying in a hotel. I'm not sure on area. Been a while since I booked it, but staying in a hotel. First night, go out for a meal, give it a night of no Leeds, no football. And then getting picked up, I think, by Darren at some point on the Saturday morning, going over to his house and going to the match with Darren. I think meeting up with Joe, meeting up with Connor from One Leeds, Eddie Rusty Tinkan, a few others are going. I think it's going to be a really good day. Plenty of friends to meet. Hopefully meet loads of you lot as well who's there. So if you're there, give us a shout. It's going to be a class day. I've been to Dublin twice. I know what's involved over there, but I've never obviously done anything Leeds United there. I can only imagine it's going to be right up there, isn't it? I hate that they keep getting. Yeah, it's that thing in it. They keep doing it. It's like he's still there, and he just put us out of his misery now because it's going to happen. Yeah, I'm same. Feeling exactly the same. It's up to Farke now. He's been given the tools. Now he has to go do the job and make it all come together. And I, for one, think he can do it. Love that positivity. Maybe, yeah. There'll be no excuses. There'll be no excuses at all. Gruev probably gets announced late tomorrow. Gruev possibly gets Gruev. Stach, you mean? Wayne Dawson. Thank you, Mike. The kids were awestruck, Lord bless them. Honestly, what a beautiful family you've got, Wayne. Beautiful family. Yeah, really nice to meet him, mate. Really, really nice. Lovely kids. They're really, really nice. Really humbling to see the faces when surreal. With there in changing room with a shirt with his name on it, hung up, and then we've got shirts coming in to sign for people. We're signing shirts and taking pictures with subscribers, friends, people who know us, people saying Matty and turning around when someone shouts your name, you expect to turn and know they are, and not mental, but one of the best days ever. Very humbling, and me, I'm just me. So the fact that anybody likes or has time for a talentless man who just speaks about Leeds United like you guys could do. Like any of you guys could do, probably better than me. Some of you know football more than me. A lot of you know football more than me. So, yeah, but it was class. Thank you, mate. It was so good. Danny Green, good to hear things went well yesterday with the content. Yeah, great, mate. Just need to build on it year after year now, don't we? Next thing I'll start promoting. I'm doing my charity walk on the 6th of September, so about 6 weeks till that. Raising money for Andy's Man Club and Leeds Autism Society. So 2 charities that mean a lot to me: mental health and autism with my little boy as well. So I'll be pushing that soon. We don't need a flair 10 we can create in wide positions. That's the way we play, mate. That's the way we play. I agree. There are whispers of Harvey Barnes. Well, hopefully those whispers become shouts because I love Harvey Barnes and he always scored against Leeds. Maybe. Yeah, I do. I think they're looking to bring a striker in. It maybe just depends if they can bring someone in, doesn't it? But it'll be a lot of money, be a hell of a lot of money. But maybe, mate, David, that's why our deals have been the value they've been. They haven't pleased everybody because they've been fairly low value up to press are starting to pick up a bit. It'll be all 15 million, obviously, early on, and Stach being 17, 18 million. Maybe the big money is to come, and maybe that's one of them. Lone Aronson to Wrexham. Nah, what happened? That through ball for JT was sublime. What a goal. Goal with class, mate. I'm just there to finish it off. Lockie with a vision. Lockie vision. Do you still think we get a goalkeeper? Now, this is an interesting one. You know what it is? I think we're all sweating about a keeper. And we have been sweating about a keeper. Darlow did all right. Melia did all right. One game. Of course I can do all right. Melia has done well in multiple games, obviously. But he's also done poor in quite a few games and cost us points. But I don't think Farke and the club will be sweating as much as we have been as fans. There's a long time in the window. It's one of the last deals we could do because they don't need to know the system as much and like the outfield players do. I've said this multiple times. We've got to get one done for me. 100%. It's one that needs doing. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it worries me the more and more they play these games. I like Darlow. I think Darlow should be number 2. I think Millian is moving on, but it does worry me if they keep going and they both play games, they both play well. Do they take a gamble on it? Do they put more money into the last few positions they need to put money into? And if Note sort of comes up with that goalkeeper, they just stick with what they've got, because they've got the quantity. They've got 3 goalkeepers there, which is what they want. They got in what we want. We probably want to upgrade on 2 of them, to be fair. But yeah, it worries me a little bit. But I do think we've got to get one for me. Yeah, Wayne. I think he'll be pushing it. He has to be starting for me. If we get a Paixão, that changes, I guess. But he has to be starting, next few pre-season games. And I think if he gets a run of 2 or 3 games in pre-season, I think he'll be unstoppable. I think if he wouldn't have got injured last season against Watford, I don't think Solomon would have had season because he'd have been playing second field at Ramazani. I firmly believe that. Currently, I'd say that's what it is currently. If they can't get a deal done for a keeper, that's what we'll probably go with. But let's hope it don't come with that. Yeah, 100%. What, Rafinha already a Brazilian international before he joined Leeds, or did he get his first cap at Leeds? I feel like he got his first cap at Leeds. I might be wrong with that. I don't think he was an established Brazilian international when he came to Leeds. Maybe he'd had a few caps at similar to Paixão, maybe. I expect it to happen any time, Mark. I think he completed his medical today. The Leeds announced it tomorrow, maybe. I think it's a done deal. We had this with Goodmanson. We had this with Longstaff. It common knowledge it was done, and it just took a little bit longer to announce it. I don't know why. They won't be swearing about it. I think if he passed his medical, it's just dotting the I's, crossing the T's, isn't it? But I think it'll get done next 24, 48 hours. Paixão probably decides tomorrow. I reckon by this time tomorrow we'll know if he's coming or not. Might have to wait until the end of the window for a few signs like Solomon. I think Solomon is still, while ever we haven't got a left winger in, Solomon could still happen at back end of window for me. Have they? Right, okay. Wonder if that changes out. Trying to work out if another winger will be beneficial, even proven goal scorer is needed, though, and at least Pinot and Aronson can play as a 10 if required, but a more attack-minded CM would be nice. Yeah, I agree with that. Ooh, Dublin. I hope AC Milan, David, play a strong side because they're playing Chelsea, aren't they, at Stamford Bridge day after. Tickle those likes from Matty, less than half have its free. Cheers, Top Banana. Yeah, 155 in now at 20 past 11 on a Monday. Mental. If you could all stick a like on video, I'd really appreciate it. Even if it's just on my goal yesterday and pulling my calf, that'd mean a lot. So yeah, let's try and get to 100 likes on this live. That'd be absolutely class. If you didn't mind smashing a like, please. Thank you. Paul Sidebottom out, mate. I think Joseph is going. Farke gave him his chance to be his number 1. Let's be honest, he fluffed it. If he's probably more suited to it. Yeah, I think so. You know that chance that 1-on-1 he had against Burnley at home. Like we lost 1. They had that 1-on-1 chance we had forever, didn't he, to sort of put it away, think about it before he fluffed it. He never recovered from that. Your goal was like Paolo Di Canio scissor kicking that. It was the same side of the box. I should have scissor kicked that one that fell to me earlier. It was too high. I should have scissor kicked that one and down into ground. It had gone in past me. Best pal Priestley. I tell you what, to beat him and get a goal against my best pal, class. He'd be very quiet today. Very quiet. Of course it does. He should be back there now, shouldn't he? I think that'll put anyone off though, won't it? A 30% sell-on clause. It's massive, especially for a player like Paixão. If we talk about that Rafinha pathway, imagine if we're signing for 30 million, say, or 30 plus. Put a 30 million release clause in, and he goes for 60 million, 6, 12, 18, 40, 42 million you'd get for him. You'd lose 18 million quid. Oh, that good maths, that. That was good maths, that one. I think I got that right. I think I got that right. I got a D in maths twice, even re-signed, got a D. Couldn't get higher than a D. Sure, I got that right, though. The pass through with JT was brilliant. JT's layoff to yourself was great, and you snuck in for the tapping. Great goal. Cheers, mate. Class. I thought I was going to miss it. I ain't going to lie. Schmidt covers Bogle. I think he does, yeah. I think he does. Biden for Goodmanson, yeah, that's fair. And if that's it, then that'll have to do what? Is Biden for Goodmanson enough backup for you? I'm still not sure. Pascal's back. Yeah, you can go on forever, can't you? You can put square pegs in round holes as long as you want, but I'd like to see. I'd have loved Kyle Walker-Peters for that reason. He can be not even backup. It can be competition. Is a better word than backup for me. Competition. I don't really want backup players. I want competition for players. Kyle Walker-Peters would have been great competition for Bogle. Better competition than Schmidt, potentially. Kyle Walker-Peters, competition for Goodmanson, potentially on that left-hand side instead of Byram. He's a right footer. Byram's a right footer, more experience, but Kyle Walker-Peters would have been great as well for that reason. I've got Harry. I'd love Harry to get a few games this season. It's going to be tough for him, though. Sell Joseph to facilitate Muniz. Yeah, 100%, Robbie. 100%. Yeah, I agree, mate. He's a rat. Yeah, I've seen that earlier. That's good for us. Let Betis get the money out if they want him. Bamford, number 9. Not for us, he ain't. End of an era. Hey, Robbo, I've been saying for months, even before the 4-3 talk, we don't need a number 10. Yeah. Yeah, just be back up, won't he? He'll be on that bench, and he can fill in it. He can fill in on left. He can fill in at that 10 role if we adopt that. But if he's in the squad, he'll probably get minutes again because I always say that. Farke trust him. Footage will come out later. The whole game is covered. Good. Smash a like, subscribe to my really understand. Thanks, Jamie. You always have that home. Really appreciate it. Graham Smith has said there will be footage from Germany after the game. Good, yeah. I know Graham Smith's out there reporting and doing bits. I know that firsthand. Yeah, it does, mate. It does. Muniz, no good play. Bamford, Arthur. I think you're on your own on that one, mate. I think you are. I've had strained calf muscles. It's like Eddie Hall pressing a golf ball on the calf permanently. Rest, hot and cold. You'll be right as well. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate that. Yeah, I've been told that hot and cold, and I haven't listened. I've just had cold and nothing, ibuprofens. But I need to get some deep heat tomorrow when I'm out and about, and then I'll have to apply a bit of hot and cold with that, mate. But yeah, cheers, pal. Just a shame I couldn't get to pitch side. Still a great day, though. Yeah, Mark, it was class. Thanks for coming, mate. Really appreciate it. Blue away kit better than the yellow one. Yeah. I think so. Is it Fulham? He isn't a top draw striker yet. He's got the potential to be. He's got all the attributes to be. He's Brazilian as well. Come on. Sorry, Harvey Barnes a non-runner, especially if Gordon leaves Newcastle, I've not even heard of it, mate. So, but you'd have him, wouldn't you? You'd have him. Hey up, Ross, big up, Matty. I'll tell you what, if we can't get Muniz done, I wouldn't mind that number 13 from the Yorkshire Roses, whoever that player was. Told you we'd score when we spoke on Saturday. You did, mate. Thanks for believing in me, pal, even when I didn't believe in myself because I was nervous. Darren voice noted me from on Leeds Bros earlier saying, well, even in tunnel, they were next to me, and I also had tunnel vision in tunnel, and I was dead nervous playing in front of my friends and family, and I was dead nervous. Everybody went, you all right? And he started like poking me. You all right? How are you doing? And then I think he realised I was a bit, and then he turned from to kind of take it pissed a bit worried about me, but I was fine. I was just sort of in the zone. I didn't really want to speak to anyone in tunnel. Nice shave. Darlow getting old. Mez has Jaffers. Yeah, I do like Darlow, but for Leeds in Premier, it sounds wild, doesn't it? Sounds wild. First cap at Leeds, I think it was David won it for Rafinha. Yeah, I thought it was. I think 3 more, 4 maybe, but I do think 3. I think goalkeeper, left wing striker, and we're done. And I think we've done well there. I think it's a really good window at that, mate. Really good window. We'll link with him earlier, Brian, won't we? But I haven't heard out since. Matt Jones, come on, guys. Matt is a top bloke. Hit them likes, cost nothing. Thank you so much, mate. Oh, 99, just one more for the ton. Thanks, Tom. And I assume I've hit that now because I'm always behind on chat. Honestly, guys, thanks so much. 150 in here now, still like I've been going an hour. 150 people in here. Unreal numbers. Thank you. Thanks so much. 30 yards, scream, tapping, Matty's goal. Joe, what a save by Priestley, Richard. What a save. What a save at the moment, anyway, Matty. Yeah. Johnny Giles said Leeds will come in the top 10 this season if they get a decent striker. They're one short, he said. He keeps putting that in, don't you? Great for Matty. He's got over that 100 likes. Thanks so much for hammering it home. Everyone that does. Jammy, Top Banana, everybody else, thank you so much. Absolutely class support I've got on this channel. Support you give us all on here doing this. I know what it's like. You know, you want your content. You want to keep dialed in with Leeds United. And I don't bring you no news. I'm no journal. I just bring you my opinion and come on here and try and get through your comments and read yours. Much appreciated. You stick with this bloody ugly mug and go through it with me. Honestly, thanks so much. I am, Brian. I'm there, mate. I'm going. I'm there for 2 nights, mate. Friday to Sunday with Mrs. So if you see me, give me a shout, Brian. I'd love to have a drink with you, pal. Yeah, he has Arthur. I'm a bit gutted with that one. We've never been linked with him, I don't think, but he's someone I really wanted. Steady 150. Honestly, Jamie, a steady 150. It's wild, isn't it? It's wild that I'm getting these numbers now over 100 most lives now. Thank you. If you're in Dublin, we're going to check you in the lifty fat. So, mate, whatever. That's fine by me. That's fine by me, mate. Ice pack, frozen peas, hot water bottle. You get them with gel. 3 or 4 minutes microwave. Bob's your uncle. Sound. Good lad, man. Priestley's a star in the making. He did well, didn't he? And then, yeah, a couple of mishaps as well. Yeah, Tintin, I agree. Honestly, I've had a bit of a conversation with a few people saying, well, he didn't work in Championship for 2 years. Why is he going to do it in Prem? Because he was okay in Prem year before. And I'm like, well, yeah. I just feel like he will. I just feel like he will. Just got a feeling in my bones he'll do well in Prem. I think he's a big game player. I think he'll come good for us. He got better as season went on as well. He is a legend. It does, David, done it. It's class. They've absolutely nailed it. They've nailed it. Can't wait for that third kit to come out now. They usually take a bit more risks with third kit. I've had some poor ones, but I've heard it's a black one. I'd like to see it with, is it trefoil, Adidas badge? Go a bit more retro with that, but we'll have to see how it goes, man. Look at that, Matty. Do you go down the Vic or the boat in Allen? Right, Mark. And I've been in Vic once for my son's presentation, but we go to the boat quite a lot. The boat, when I was in Beer Garden with lads, we go to a boat maybe a couple of times a week just because my son with autism is very uneasy at certain situations, going out places he doesn't like. He's really like falling in love, as that it sounds, with a back garden in the boat, and he loves it. And he asks every day, "I'm going to the boat. We're going to the boat." Say, we're not bloody alkies. I don't even drink when I go. You just say big, I'd have a couple of cokes or whatever, just so kids can play. But we go to the boat once, twice a week, Mark. I do. It's a lovely little boozer that I love it. I assume you know him well. Matt is a big bastard, greedy yet. No need to be and all that. Russ, Matt is a legend doing streams on Leeds alongside Joe, Leeds that and many more. Thanks, Russ. Thank you. Maybe, mate. Maybe Priestley could be. Who do you think starts on the left at the start? Who do you think starts on the left at the start of the season? James or Nonto? I assume you're in the right. The left would be Ramazani. The right will be James. I think Nonto's a bench option. Although if we didn't sign another winger, maybe he'd play Nonto on left because he probably trusts Nonto more than Ramazani based on what we've seen. But I would say James is a starter on the right, Top Banana, and I think Ramazani currently would start on the left, but who knows with that left-hand side. But yeah, James will start on right. Matty, this is a great channel. You deserve big numbers. Thanks, Robbo. You're just biased. You like me, man, in disguise. Agree, Russ. Matty's becoming pretty popular in the Leeds community, and rightly so. Thanks, man, so much. Home kit, no different from last season, apart from the low fields and the sleeve. Yeah, and the scarf on there. I quite like that touch on neck. A lot of people don't like it. I really like it. It's on the back of this one too. I really like it. I think the Leeds kit, home kit, what more can you ask for? It's clean, it's sleek, it's white. Yeah, it's got the red bull on it, unfortunately, again, which you would always have to live with, I think. But I think it's all right. I think when you compare it to what it could have been across the chest, I think they've done all right by it, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I'm quite happy with the home kit. It's a white, plain, boring top. Not much you can do with it, really. Thank you, mate. Joseph, Grove and Strout will all leave. I disagree now, mate. I said all them could leave. I think Joseph goes. I think Grove and Strout stay. But I think 12 months from now, Kilgallen, I reckon Grove and Strout will be looking for a way out. because I think it'll be a season where they stay as really good backup, really good competition. But I think that if everyone were fit, or majority of the time were fit, they'd be the ones sort of sacrificed and won't get as many minutes. And in 12 months from now, they'd move on. That's how I see it, in my opinion. I think they've got one more year in Premier League. They'll give it a go. But a year from now, I could see them moving. Don't know what that means, buddy. Matty, some a-holes about proper Leeds fans. See you in Dublin, MOT. Cheers, William. Wherever it was, mate, went over my head anyway. Smash a like and subscribe to our Matty. Really helps channel. Thank you, mate. Did Joe Blackburn get any minutes? Yeah, he got... Did he get 2 spells of 10? I think he did about 20 minutes. 2 spells, 2 sub appearances. Ramazani, for me, mate. Wouldn't be surprised if Nonto started on left over him, though. But, yeah, for me, Ramazani would start. You know that, though. I like get rid of Millie and Joseph and Harrison and Nonto. Millie and Joseph. Oof. Wouldn't get rid of Nonto, but I agree with the rest of them, mate. Yeah, I think he's staying 100%. Andy Rowe. JT was surprisingly rapid. Poor lad was going down. Yeah, I know. Joe got man at match, and he was outstanding. But for me, man at match were Lloyd, our left winger. Lloyd was man at match for me. Thought he was outstanding. And Sanchez Payne. They were the 2 best players on pitch for me by quite a distance. But I thought Lloyd in that first half had Max on toast the whole half. He was unreal. Hey up, Tony. Matty, buddy. How is Priestley today? You can dine out on that for a long time. He's been very quiet. Very quiet. No, he hasn't been. If they'd have won, or if I hadn't scored or whatever, he'd have been a pain in the ass. But I've sort of left him on it. I haven't took piss. I've left him on it. But it's there when he comes out of his shell. It's there, and I'm ready for him. Reet Viduka, all the best, brunch. Cheers, Mark. Loving it, mate. Honestly, thanks so much. Is the new white kit out? The home kit's out, Brian. It came out a few weeks ago. I'm off to make me tea, cheese and tomato salad. My birthday tomorrow, 54. Jammy, I don't know if I'm doing out tomorrow. I might be doing the Bridging the Gap. We don't know yet. We're going to have a chat tomorrow. We'll see if we're doing it. If I might be on Wayne's channel, but it's not guaranteed. We might have a week off. I don't know yet. If I don't see you from you again, have a great birthday, mate. Have a really good one. That Jammy Dodgy biscuit don't look a day over 2-week-old, mate. So you're doing well. Nah, seriously, have a good one, mate. I'm not biased. There are a lot of great channels, and this channel is as good as the best of them. Thanks, Robbo, man. Class. Bogle, Sky being showing playoff game against Derby. What a difference 6 years makes. Bogle doing the Goggle Glass Express. Hey, what money, mate? Yeah, what? You're part of that night, wasn't he? Put Bamford on against Everton, he score. Mate, Bamford did brilliant towards back end of last season, but he ain't getting that opportunity. We have to move on. We have to evolve. And yeah, now's the time, pal. Now's the time. I got my home shirt ordered. Make sure you got a away shirt ordered too, mate. I was on the pitch with David O'Leary at a wedding in Dublin a few years ago. It was a great guy. Oh, what an experience that is, mate. Matty letting Priest stew on his own kebab. Too right. Man of the match for me was Evie on comms. Yeah, she did very well, mate. I haven't watched the full stream, but I've watched bits of it, obviously. And yeah, very well. And the whole production of it was good for the first one, you know. You can only get bigger and better, can't it? I think Strauch is likely to leave as Ampadu can be used as covered if BL is injured. He is now very much surplus to requirements. Yeah, he is, but he can play. He can fill it at left back too if needed. I just don't think he will. I think there's been no talk of him going as I don't think he'll be short of suitors, if I'm honest. But honestly, I don't think we have many big players leave. I think Joseph, your Bamford, your Greenwood, Gellart, some people are. I think they'll all move on. I don't think Strauch or Gruev go. And I did at one point. Matty, great show and content. MOT, all Leeds out we. Cheers, David. Take care, buddy. Have a great Tuesday. I think Bamford stays and sees out his contract. Yeah, it might. Would it be a mutual? It's all right. Him saying he's not in the plans of Farke, but like you say, when it comes to money, who's going to stump that kind of money up for him? It's a big ask for anyone to do that, isn't it? 70 grand a week for a player that's probably not going to get many minutes out of, just do his body at the minute. But yeah, What did you reckon of Ollie Ward? He seems a good lad. To be fair, didn't really speak to him. I've never met him before. Him and LFC Lewis Deaton, it was just literally pleasantries. Hey, how are you? Good luck, and then well played at the end of the game. Seemed all right. A little bit quiet on the pitch. Didn't think I expected more from a couple of their players, to be fair. But yeah, everyone was decent. Everyone's decent, but didn't like have a chat with them and all. Obviously, I had certain people I had a lot of talks with and spent a lot of time with on both sides. But just a couple of them weren't it. That was all. Stop bagging the Bamford drum. William McVicker, mate. If we get Muniz and a proper keeper, we do all right. Top 10, Rich. And I'm like, top 10. I would love that. I'm not as ambitious as that, but I think we can stay well clear relegation. I think I've got around 14 for me, which will be a great season for us. Any higher than that, mate, I'm in dreamland. But yeah, I think Muniz, keeper, left winger, and we're done. And I think then we can all sit back and go, that was a great window. Obviously, it depends on who we lose. But like I said, I don't see any big hitters going. We had that last season. I don't think it happens this time. Yeah, mate, you were right. You were right, pal. Wouldn't surprise me. Where was stashing that? Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know. I don't even know if they were. I would assume they'll have had conversations. I know Joe, then Oscar, all them. I'm really not sure. Madness letting Stroud go. We would need to go and play. And that's why I think. I know people will say Ampadu was cover. Yeah, I think if we lose Stroud, it'd be a big bad move for me. Really would. LAFC Lewis is a top guy. Met him in Stoke again, top lad. Yeah, everything I've heard is great as well. Like I say, lovely guy when I met him before and after, but only exchanged pleasantries really. Bamford, Harrison, Greenwood, and Joffe to leave. Maybe Melier too. Loan for Joseph and JB. That's probably what I'd be looking at. But Joseph, I just want money for him now. But I think they're the sort of players I'd look at moving on. I don't think any of them will still be at Leeds by end of window. Evie was the glue that held it together. She got better and better if it ever went. Yeah, well, she'll have improved. I know she'll have been a little bit nervous. It must be quite daunting trying to do commentary on a game for a couple of hours. But everything I saw and the feedback, she's obviously smashed it out of the park because the feedback's been brilliant. Bridges and Bamford, perfect combos, player mentors. Ampadu's dad grew up in Dublin. My mate was in his class in school. We could have done with him in the Irish team. We are. Yeah, well, I don't think Ampadu, we'll have to see. Will he ever make it to England level? Maybe not, but England took a few Irish players from you, didn't they? Irish midfielders. Wrexham got 7 strikers. Phone dying. Hope to see you tomorrow. All Leeds that way. Cheers, Top Banana. Have a good one, mate. Muniz is too expensive for me. Not proper Premiership striker. Ooh. See, it's about opinions. He's not an experienced player. He hasn't played for year and year, scoring goals and goals and goals. But he had a decent spell last year for the games he played. He got 8 goals. Not too many games either. You are buying potential a lot with these players, aren't you? Sometimes you take a bit of a gamble with them. Have we got a proven striker? If we go bring in Muniz, maybe not. We've got a few that may do well. I think Pido might do well. Muniz, he needs to do well if you're spending 30, 40 million quid on a player. He has to do well. That's why I like the Longstaff deal in midfield. 13 plus 2 or 12 plus 3, around 15 million total. You'll know it'll work. Proven. It will work. You haven't got to worry about it. You put him in day after he signed, he's playing against Scum and he didn't look out of place again. You know, some players, will come in and just instantly, it's just obvious they'll do it. With that striker, we're not going to go bring in someone I don't think who we know can do it, season after season. Muniz probably is a little bit of a gamble for the money, but I think he's got all the attributes to suit Leeds United. Later, you all, great stream. Cheers, Wayne. Yeah, she does. Off to bed last day. Yeah, cheers. As of yet, no, I've been too busy, Steve, but be expecting a message off me next few days, mate. I might give it a miss this week because it's been busy. I've got a lot of work to catch up on, but I might reach out to you this week about for next week. All right, so yeah, you'll hear from me. I'll give you a message, mate, on Facebook. We're all on 6 p.m. tomorrow. Right then, guys, I think I've touched on everything. I've touched on Paixão, Stach, Bamford, Joseph, Harrison. I'm done. I think I'm done. 20 to midnight, an hour and 18 minutes I've been waffling on. The numbers have been great, honestly. I don't know how many likes I've got, but thank you so much for being here. Honestly, I love you all. Class, absolutely class. No problem, no worries, Steve. Steve, did you read my leave that one to you? I pay no more 20 million for money. Ooh, really? We won't get him then. Another great show, Matty. Thanks. No, thanks, Richard, for being here. Thanks to everybody being here. I really enjoyed yesterday. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for everyone who helped raise, over 5k now. I hope you all get behind me when I do my Imagine Not Being Leeds charity walk, walking from Old Trafford to Welling Road on the 6th of September, 42-ish miles. Done it once before. It almost killed me. Mentally, physically, I was dead. I'm going to get on that horse again and do it again. Anybody wants to do that walk with us, let me know. I'm getting a nice list together of people who want to do it. There's going to be some of these lads who played football for Yorkshire Roses, maybe some at Peacocks who are going to join me too. Give me a message on social media. Let me know if you're interested in taking part, even if it's for a small part of it. I'll be putting the links out there now that football game's done now to start raising money for the Autism Charity and Danny's Man Club. So yeah, please keep your lookout for that. Cheers, Mark. Thank you so much, man. You will, buddy. Yeah, call that night. Sound. Yeah, he has, mate. Past medical done. It'll be sealed in the next 24 48 hours. I'm telling you now. Thanks so much for everyone watching. I'm going to leave you with the full version of Marching On Together with a Twist. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Here we go with Leeds United. We're gonna give the boys a hand. Stand up and sing for Leeds United. They are the greatest in the land. Every day we're all gonna say we love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Everywhere we're gonna be there. We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Marching on together, we're gonna see you end. Na 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 na. We are so proud. We shout it out loud. We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. We've been through it all together, and we've had our ups and downs. We're gonna stay with you for